LigerCast,
the sound of learning.
Quỳnh Hua, darling. Quỳnh Hua.
What are you doing, Quỳnh Hua?
Quiet, darling. I'm counting gecko chirps. Darling.
Why?
Because Quỳnh Hua, whichever name it ends on, will have something bad happen to them. Darling.
Oh yes, that old Cambodian superstition.
Quỳnh Hua. Darling. Quỳnh Hua. Darling.
Oh no!
That means I will be the main host today. For once, I get to say, welcome back to LigerCast, the sound of learning.
Hey, that's my line. But I guess I'll let you have it. You've done so much hard work researching today's topic.
It is a topic that I find fascinating. Unique spiritual beliefs and superstition of Cambodia. Counting gecko chirps is just an example. If it ends on an odd number, we think something bad will happen, like you will be poor or a widower.
Right, but we also believe that the geckos in our house give us good luck. Come to think of it, we have a lot of superstition about geckos.
We have a lot of superstitions in general. Here are some more of our favorites.
Don't talk about love on a boat or you will get lost.
If you dream of losing teeth with blood, you will lose a family member.
Don't give too much attention to the little children, or bad spirits will come and take them away.
If you sing while you're cooking, you will marry a widow.
If a woman has 3 triplets, she will die.
If a black cat walks over a dead body, the soul of the person will come back and haunt others. Don't sit on the stairs if you are pregnant, or the baby won't ever come out.
Don't sleep with your head to the west.
Don't say bad things about the forest or the forest will punish you.
You must offer food to your ancestors during Phnom Penh because their souls can feel hunger. If you drive along the way and hit a duck, then you will have a bad luck.
If a person dies, put a gold coin in their mouth and you'll find wealth and good luck.
If you dream about a snake biting you, then you will soon find love. That's great.
From gecko fortune tellers to our own view on Buddhism, and of course our obsession with ghosts, we're going to try and introduce Cambodian spirituality to those who have never learned about it before.
Vinh Ho and his team had traveled throughout the provinces, interviewing dozens of Cambodians, young and old, about the things they believe in.
Our producer Kanyanit reached out to experts to try to wrap our head around where our belief comes from and where it's going. Hello Kanyanit.
Hello, Vinh Ho and Dalin. Thanks for having me.
So neat. Who did you talk to?
I interviewed a Cambodian professor named Chan Kim Soon,
My name is Chan Kim Soon.
a teacher of Khmer literacy, religion and culture at Phnom Penh University, a Buddhist monk from Champuk Ai Temple here in Phnom Penh,
គេមិនឲ្យមិនជឿសោះទេតែក៏មិនត្រូវតែជឿ
and
ខ្លាំង
an
ពេកដែរ
American scholar named Dr.
My name
Chigas.
is Dr. George Chigas. I'm a professor at the University of Massachusetts, Lowell, where there's a large Cambodian community.
Dr. Chigas teaches courses on Cambodian literature, history and culture. His wife is Khmer. They've been married since 1985. He's known in Cambodia for translating the classic tale of Tom Tieu.
I love that movie.
He also speaks fluent Khmer. That surprised and impressed us.
ខ្ញុំសរសើរណាស់ពីព្រោះនាយបានល្អច្បាស់
Thanks.
You speak Khmer
Really well.
បានចូលល្អដែរ
We asked these experts about the roots of Cambodian spiritual belief, and they discuss how it's a mix of many influences. Here's how Dr. Chigas put it.
I've studied a little bit about Cambodian religion, and I think one of the things that I've always noticed about Cambodian culture is something called syncretism.
Synchro what?
Syncretism.
Oh, is that like dancing together in a swimming pool?
No.
And this idea of syncretism is when different ideas are combined together, synchronized.
And these different ideas in Cambodia are animism, Hinduism, and Buddhism.
Animism was the first belief in Cambodia.
We called it ancient tradition.
This ancient tradition of animism was found here even before the building of Angkor Wat. It is the belief that everything, living or not, has a spirit, the trees, the rocks.
Animal spirits, like birds, if you hear them crying, it means they are looking for spirits.
Even spirits that protect the whole village called Netta.
If you go to a village in Cambodia, you'll often see a house built especially for the Netta.
And all these spirits have power and influence over us. If we make the spirits happy, they will reward us. And if we upset them, we will suffer. As time went on and we began to mix with other cultures, our beliefs began to change.
Before that even, in the 1st and 2nd century, when the Cambodian culture was really beginning, you probably heard of it in Funan, the first Cambodian entity, state, we noticed that there was a large Indian influence coming from India as a result of the trade of Indian traders going to China and also coming along the coast. And these Indian traders brought with them many different influences from India. And one of them was Hinduism.
Hinduism? I thought Buddhism was the religion of Cambodia.
It's the state religion today, but Hinduism arrived first.
When Hinduism came into our beliefs, Cambodians started to believe in Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu.
You probably know that the Angkor Wat temple was built and dedicated to the god Vishnu, the Hindu god Vishnu.
It wasn't until hundreds of years later that Buddhism started to take hold.
And then, of course, we have Cambodian Buddhism, but really didn't become an important religion, we believe, probably until Jayavarman VII, right, in the 13th century, when he made it the state religion and built the Bayon Temple.
Now Hinduism and Buddhism kind of combined.
And those both combined with animism to create the unique, interesting mixture we have today.
And that's this idea of syncretism. Even though now the state religion in Cambodia is Buddhism, we see everywhere the idea of belief in spirits, and even the belief in the Hindu gods as well.
You can clearly see this influence in our rituals, such as wedding ceremonies.
In the wedding, there is a celebration called Krong Pili and Katsok, and that is Hinduism belief.
As well as in our holidays such as Phnom Penh, where we offer food to the spirits of our ancestors. This is a Buddhist celebration that takes place at our Buddhist temples, and yet
Buddha never really talked about that role of spirits in his philosophy and his ideas. When we talk about Buddhism, strictly speaking, we don't really talk about spirit worship, but it became part of Cambodian Buddhism. And as we see with Phnom Penh, that when we gather together at the temple and we try to give offerings to the spirits, that means spirits of ancestors, it's become part of the common belief system.
And you can't talk about the common beliefs in Cambodia without a discussion about ghosts.
Ghosts? Oh, I believe. There's one that haunts my bathroom.
You're not alone. Belief in ghosts and spirits is ingrained in Cambodian culture.
In Cambodia, I think ghosts are part of daily life. Most people feel that spirits are a fact and that they need to be aware of spirits and to not ignore them.
Our producer Soliday has collected a number of these ghost stories as we try to understand how these supernatural beliefs play a role in our daily lives and decisions. Hello, girl.
Welcome back, Soliday. Hi, you two lovely hosts. Thanks for having me here again. So, yeah, I spoke to many Cambodians about this topic, ghosts or prolung as we call it in Khmer. Nearly everyone I spoke to had a story to share.
ពូធ្លាប់ជួបពូមានជំនឿចាស់ពីដើមគាត់ធ្លាប់ជឿណាជឿទៅលើខ្មោចលងណាជួបគាត់គេថាជួប
អូនឃើញប៉ិតតែធ្លាប់លើគេនិយាយថាមានខ្មោចមានអាបយ៉ាងដែរនោះ
តែខ្ញុំធ្លាប់ឃើញបើធ្លាប់ឃើញហើយធ្លាប់ឃើញដូចជានាងផ្ទះអាធនស្លាប់ហើយលងអញ្ចឹងអានឹងគឺថាជាស្ដែងខ្មោចលង
ក្នុងអារម្មណ៍របស់ខ្ញុំគឺខ្ញុំជឿចំណេញក៏ជឿដែរ
ពូធ្លាប់ឃើញមានមនុស្សគេថាខ្លួនគេនឹងបិសាចខ្មោចចូល
Wow! Yeah, ghosts are big. Even those who said they don't believe in ghosts still totally kind of believe in ghosts. Like an artist named Kun Po we met in Kampong Cham.
I don't believe in ghosts. I mean, I have seen a ghost before, and it's a true story, but I still don't believe in it.
But where do these ghosts come from? Why are they here? Well, it goes back to the syncretism of animism, Hinduism, and Buddhism, and the different thoughts about death and reincarnation. Professor Soon explained how the mix of all these ideas result in the typical belief found in Cambodia.
When someone dies, sometimes their spirit will just go away, and some of them will be born into a new life. For example, as a butterfly, a worm, dog, and others. But some of the spirits just get stuck.
The monk Sun Supip explained that it depends on the way someone lived their life and also how they died. If they lead a good life and die from something normal like a sickness, they die calmly and their spirit will move on.
Cambodians believe that we need to do a lot of good things, like go to the pagoda and bring alms to the monks. It's something that stays with us our entire lives.
I heard that before too. My mom always said, when you're alive, you need to do good things. So when you die, you are happy for what you've done, just like you said, to die calmly.
Right, me too. But if you aren't happy for what you've done when you've died, you become a ghost.
To die without calmness also means someone killed you or tortured you. When you die without calmness, Khmer literature calls it Tai Hong. Tai Hong is when the people is gone and the soul is not calm. Most ghosts that scare us and cause us to see something strange are Tai Hong. They have a power we call Asorakai, which means an invisible body, but they can show us what they want to.
ដូចជាបលាចឲ្យឃើញឲ្យអីហ្នឹងណាគឺពួកហ្នឹងហើយគេហៅពួកអសុរកាយ
There are examples of Tai Hong ghosts that are seen all throughout Cambodia, such as Ab.
No, not Ab. So scary!
Ab or Grasu is a ghost that looks like a normal person, usually a beautiful woman with long black hair. But at night, her head comes off from her body and floats glowing through the air, bringing her organs and guts along with it.
Ab? Yes, Ab really likes to eat chicken, frog, and other stuff.
This is Pet Pong, an elder from Kampong Spur. He told us about his encounters with Ab.
I saw it near my house. It usually come out at night. I killed Ab before. app only has the light and you can't see the other part of the app. Others in my neighborhood saw the app face.
On our trip, we also spoke to Mr. Beck, who has lived in his fishing village in Cap for more than 25 years. He had experience with both app and the banana tree ghost, known in Khmer as Khmojechwir.
Krasu comes out at night, and if you don't want the Krasu to come to your house, you have to put the sticky thorn in front of your house. When I saw the Krasu, it looked like a popping light flying.
Many of the people we spoke to who had seen ghosts described them as bright lights with no source, such as Tisukung, a teacher from Kampong Cham.
I saw green light flying from west to east and then flew toward the tree and settled itself there. It's so shiny that you can't see the grass and everything around it. I'm so nervous that time, and my mom tried to slap that thing away, but it just stayed still. Then she said some sort of spell because she didn't know what to do. Then the light started to fly away until I can't see it anymore. I don't know what the light was, but I heard the elders say it's a monster or some other kind of spirit.
Oh, maybe up.
Ooh!
Another ghost that appeared in many sightings is Jungkop, a nasty spirit that causes traffic accidents. Ngansupi, a 71 years old retired official from Kampong Spu, told us about a bridge that Jungkop haunted in his village.
Jungkop, that is real. There is a bridge near the Japanese school that usually had a lot of accidents. People said that they saw the Jungkop sitting and smoking on the bridge railing at night. When they rode by, there was a bright light that made it so you can't really see things, so they crashed into the bridge and died. But when our village invited the monk to do the chanting at the bridge, there were no more accidents.
Người ta chúng ta lưu ta khơi quỳ lưu can đai spin chụp bray chuối chứ nhầm phụ ta đã khơi này ta lưu ta chỉ giúp ngắt đấy khơi quỳ chụp bray lưu can đai spin.
Another evil ghost that many people talked about was one that lived in a different type of banana tree than we normally eat from, called Khmojechwir.
In the past, they don't want you to build a house next to the banana tree ghost. To protect from the banana tree ghost, you need to wear the protective thread around your waist. We also eat the banana from the banana tree ghost and use it to make pickles to eat because they're so yummy.
I'm not so sure about the pickles, but I know what he means when he mentions the protective thread. Some students at Liger used to wear those, including myself, because we think that will help us protect from the bad spirits, as an example of the banana tree ghost. It is something that our elders passed on to us, and it's also a famous horror movie from Cambodia. On the road, we heard about a ghost that possesses people and makes them speak languages they don't know. Ghosts that look like giant animals and even ghosts that tickle babies.
We have some little spirits that tickle my grandson until he cries. We decided to buy a little home for the little spirits to live in. I usually buy some little car toys, candies, and other stuff for the spirits so they can't just leave us alone.
I have one of those spirit houses at my home.
Yeah, me too. Yes, not all of the ghosts and spirits Cambodians believe in are bad. In front of almost every home or business, you'll see a small statue of a house with offerings of bananas and incense. These are spirit houses and they are for the protectors that watch over us.
The small painted red and gold spirit houses that people put on a pedestal outside in front of their business, and then the owner of the business or someone who works at the business will make offerings to that spirit house, put incense and food, so the spirit, maybe their family spirit members or the spirit of that village, will bring good luck.
Cambodians believe in a protector spirit for many things, including our cars and motors. We talk to them every day and ask them for help and good luck. The elders teach us we must respect these spirits and keep them happy.
That's true. Often when a family is having bad luck, they believe it's because they have upset their protector spirits or the spirits of their ancestors.
You're right, and that leads us to something I wonder a lot about while working on this story, the positives versus the negatives of these beliefs.
Well, one positive thing is that it is important to our culture and it makes us unique.
Yeah, and many of the people we interviewed spoke about the inspiration and motivation they get from their spiritual beliefs to know that they aren't alone in their efforts. A woman named Yupa talked to us about how happy it makes her to think of the spirits protecting her home and loved ones, and she truly believes it works.
It also makes families closer and connects generations. I know in my home province, our spiritual beliefs keep the community connected.
Dr. Chigas agreed, though he was also quick to point out the negatives.
The benefit, I think, is that it provides people with a way to, these rituals, these practices, provide people a way to interact with something that they believe is very important. The perhaps negative side is that the belief in these spirits can also provide explanation.
Right. See, for example, a lot of times in Cambodia, when someone gets sick, they don't go to a doctor. They go to a croupier or fortune teller, and the croupier will explain that they are sick because they made a ghost angry. Mr. T recalled many sad stories where children lost their lives due to an illness without ever getting medical aid.
They put all the fault to the ghost. The kids started to act like crazy, and their parents said there's ghosts inside the children.
Sometimes the spiritual healing works, or at least seems to, and that can support the confidence in supernatural cures.
Before, my little sister was sick and my mom took the fruit to pray at the magic cave, and my sister became healthy the next day.
It can be the same if a business fails or a relationship falls apart. We might blame the spirits instead of trying to think about what we could have done better.
The monk, Sonsopip, talked to us about how we need to take responsibility for our own lives.
If people believe in the spirits too strongly, it makes them trust the spirit too much for help for themselves and their business. Buddha said we need to help ourselves.
LigerCast is brought to you by...
Everyone has always dreamed of the healthiest, yummiest Cambodian-made chili sauce. And now your dreams can come true with Cambodian Dynamite. Students from the Liger Learning Center are using Cambodian ingredients to create a spicy, sweet and succulent taste for all of your favorite foods. Fried rice and noodles, barbecue meats and veggies, pizza, French fries and more. Contact Cambodian Dynamite at ligercambodian.org right away to get your hands on the first batch of student-made delicious Cambodian chili sauce before it's gone. Cambodian Dynamite will make you say
OMG.
Hey Venhua, can I ask you a personal question?
Maybe yes. Maybe yes.
When you count the gecko chirps, do you really believe that it's really bad happening because it lands on a bed? Do you really believe on it?
Yes, I believe it.
Can you explain?
Because sometimes when I counting gecko chirps before I sleep, sometimes I'm on the bed, and when I fall asleep, I dream about ghosts. Something weird in my brain that make me wake up.
Interesting. See, I wonder if that's how it feels for a majority of Cambodian youth deep in their hearts. More and more of us are getting connected to the internet, sticking smartphones in our pockets, and gaining access to information from all around the world. How will this affect spiritual belief in Cambodia in the future?
That's an excellent question, Darlene.
Oh, who's that?
It's Jimin.
Hello, Jimin. You stared out into the future to answer this question. So what did you find?
Well, guys, like everything involving Cambodian spiritual beliefs, the answers were mixed. Some we spoke to were confident that traditional beliefs will last for generations to come.
I think what people do today, people will probably be doing in 50 or even 100 years or more from now. I think it's part of the culture that is very important. Just like many systems of belief that have existed for thousands of years, and I don't see any reason why that wouldn't continue.
And others had just the opposite feeling.
People will study the science behind this. Once they understand the science, then they will not believe in spirituality anymore.
The monk we spoke to agreed that scientific knowledge is a threat to traditional beliefs.
No, it can be lost. And even though so much science has been developed, people still shouldn't forget their spiritual thinking. It should stick in people's perspective and minds.
And what do you think, Jimin? Will Cambodians continue to believe?
Honestly, I don't think the belief is what's so important. It's the positive lessons behind our beliefs that we should bring with us into the future. Professor Swan talked about this, the value of taking the best of each of our influences.
It's so important. Hinduism, it teaches us a lot of things. It teaches us to have determination and to have freedom and peace. Buddhism tells us to do good, positive things. The pagoda is a place that teaches a lot of positive information and supports the building of roads and schools. It leads us to a brighter future.
And animism teaches to respect our ancestors and our natural world.
That's what I mean. All three give us guidance on how to live our lives, to make decisions as individuals and as a country. Whether or not you believe the stories, the superstitions, or the ghosts are actually real.
Oh, the ghosts are real. Just use my bathroom and you'll see.
It makes me feel lucky to live in a country where our unique history has resulted in such a gracious roadmap for how to lead our lives. And it's not like the mix of syncretism you find in Cambodia is complete, or ever will be. As we do become more connected with other cultures and ways of life, I hope our spirituality will lead us to be more compassionate towards those who are different.
And lead us to dance together in a swimming pool.
Yes, always stand together in the swimming pool. Thank you, Jimin.
Thank you, guys.
And thank you to everyone for joining us. I've been Wayne Hua.
And I've been Darlene.
Thank you for listening to LigerCast, the sound of learning.
Goodbye.
LigerCast is created by the students of Liger Learning Center in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. This episode was written, produced, and edited by Jimin, Kanyanit, Soliday, and Wayne Hua, with help from Chua, Darlene, Kim Seng, Sopat, Sawanari, and Sawanu. Educational support by Jamilin, Steinberg, Hebbeck, and Richard Raymond Harry Hebbeck. The music you heard was by Derek and Brandon Feature Microphone, Paddy B. Helen, Lee Rosevier, Amila Dewi, Gon Khan, Twistorium, and Tana from Dhaka.
LigerCast would like to send special thanks to Sri Mom, Satia, Wani,
Bunthan, Peron, and the families of Wentong, Kanya, and Panyarat. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.